Amazing Spider-Man 799. Just think, 100 issues ago, Doc Ock was taking over Peter Parker's brain. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comics to buy. And today we're talking about The Amazing Spider-Man issue 799. This is part 3 of Go Down Swinging. This is Dan Slott's last final story arc, and let's just say that this ending of this book was very surprising. The artwork is done by Stuart Immonen. The artwork is really well done in this particular issue. I love the way all the characters look in here. Red Goblin looks very menacing. The action is well done. Really top-notch stuff in here. So let's talk about the story. Now, just be warned that there is spoilers in this review. So if you have not read your issue, come back when you're done and let's talk about this. So let's discuss the story here. Peter Parker made a deal with the devil, basically saying, you know what, if we don't show ourselves as Spider-Man ever again, the Red Goblin will not hurt the people that he loves. So what does Peter Parker do? He recruits the people closest to him, his closest allies, to help him possibly stop the Red Goblin. And he also checks on everybody else that he loves to make sure that they're okay. So we get to see a different type of cast of characters in here, as we get to see Miles, Mary Jane, we get to see Clash, we get to see the Human Torch, we get to see Silk. We haven't seen her in a long time. And so Peter comes up with this plan and sits there and says, you know what, Johnny, Clash, let's put all that shit behind us, Clash, and let's team up with Human Torch, and let's use our sonics, and let's use heat. This is a symbiote. It's its weakness, and we can nip this thing in the bud once and for all. And Peter doesn't have to risk losing anybody because he's not the one getting involved. And so the deal was that Spider-Man didn't have to show up. So what happens is we wind up finding out that once Liz and Harry wake up from their tranquilizer darts, their kid's gone missing. But they wind up searching for the kids because Liz chipped the kids. So in case they ever gone missing, it's easy to find them. So that's what they wind up doing in this particular issue. And so in the issue, we wind up finding out who the woman is that actually takes the kids. And it's a kind of a big deal. It's actually Norman Osborn's wife, and it's Emily. And I'm like, wow, that is weird. I did not see that coming whatsoever. I was like shocked by that whole thing. But we wound up getting that revelation, and she's actually protecting these kids from Norman Osborn, which I thought was really interesting. And he has this huge interest in the family, and he wants to keep the family all together. And this whole scene was very creepy overall. So as the other heroes wind up meeting Red Goblin in this terminal or airplane, wherever they were at, we get to see Human Torch and Clash do their thing. And it is an epic fail. I mean, a total epic fail. The combination of the Green Goblin serum and the symbiote creates this perfect soldier. This creature has no weaknesses. And it's so funny because in this issue, when Clash finds out, he's like, screw this, I'm out of here. It's just like he totally wants to bail on him. And I was like, man, you're such a dick. I so hate you, you know. But they wind up getting attacked by Red Goblin, and they're on the ground. Then you wind up seeing Silk and Miles come. And Peter's like, no, guys, don't do it. He's like, you're outgunned, you're outclassed. And Red Goblin makes nothing of them. I mean, it's just like a fly being swatted away, you know, and they fall. But you wind up finally seeing the Red Goblin have a weakness, and Anti-Venom comes, Flash Thompson, and he winds up putting his healing touch on him and starts disintegrating the symbiote a bit. But the Red Goblin gives him an ultimatum. While everyone's sitting there off to the dying, he says, you can either kill me or you can save your friends with your healing touch, because they're not going to be around much longer. So Flash, of course, a superhero, has to save lives. So that's what he does. He goes and he tries to save the life of all the other heroes, but he gets pretty much destroyed at the same time. Spider-Man winds up coming across himself going, oh my god, what did I do? What did I do by sacrificing all my friends? So what happens is he makes his way over there, and he winds up seeing that Red Goblin is gone. Everybody is gone. And Flash gives Spidey his last little bit of healing touch and heals his leg so he can go after the Red Goblin. So after some time passes on, we wind up seeing that the Red Goblin catches up with the Osborn family and sits there and captures Normie Osborn, and he winds up having him in his possession, and he changes him into a Red Carnage Goblin symbiote himself, and now we have baby Normie Osborn Carnage Jr., whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm like, wow, that's just creepy and just weird, right? And so that's how this final, or this 799 issue ends. So what did I think about this book? I thought it was interesting. I liked it. I like seeing the revelation of who this nanny or babysitter actually was. And how come Norman or Harry didn't realize that it was his mom? Like, I didn't get that. Maybe he never knew her. I don't know, but that was weird. But I like seeing the revelation with that. I love seeing the end of this as Normie becomes this little goblin kitty monster. I love how Peter tries to come up with a plan and it fails. You know, and he realizes what he did was his big mistake. So there were some really good elements in this particular book. This will be quite interesting, though, how they wrap up this 800th issue. I know it's going to be extra size, so it has time to tell the story. But man, this was a lot of fun, and this Red Goblin thing has been awesome too. So at the end of the day, I don't think this is as good as maybe the earlier issues, but I still really enjoyed it because I love how terrifying the Red Goblin is. So I'm probably going to give this one between a 4... we'll do a 4.25 out of 5 stars. I'm a sucker for Amazing Spider-Man books. So we'll see what happens in issue number 800. So guys, leave me the comments below. Tell me what you thought of this book. Were you a fan? Were you not a fan? Were you expecting Normie Osborn to become this little goblin kid? I don't know. So guys, leave me all those comments. And until that next comic book review, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, guys. So again, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Mike Spider Slayer out.